If you've been advertising on Facebook, you're probably afraid or tired of getting your ad account banned, your business manager restricted, or worse, losing your personal ad access. Which is why if you carefully follow every step shared in this video, you will dramatically reduce the chances of you getting any of those banned in the future. And if you're thinking, who's this guy and why should I care? Well, my name is Justin. I run paidadvertising.com, an e-commerce growth firm, and I've profitably spent over $12 million on ads in the last 3 years. We're Meta business partners, and about 80% or so of our ad spend at the agency is on Meta. So that said, I know a thing or two about the platform and about how to make sure to be as safe as possible. So let's get straight into the video. How to never get banned on Facebook ads. So there's a checklist here that I want you to follow that will make sure that you, again, dramatically reduce your chances of getting any of these assets restricted. So the first one is about getting your business manager verified. Now, this is an important step. Your business manager, now business center account that they call it, essentially is what hosts all of your assets. The hierarchy on Facebook ads is the following. You have your personal Facebook profile, which then is an admin or an owner of a business center account. This business center account hosts ad accounts. And that's roughly the hierarchy of all of your assets. Now, you can probably understand that the more up you go in that structure, the riskier it becomes, right? If you get banned at the business manager level, then your entire ad accounts and business assets are gone. If your personal ad access is restricted, you can never run ads again. So you want to make sure that, again, you follow these steps in order of that pyramid. So I'll walk you through all of it, with the first one being the business manager. So in other words, verifying your business manager gives you a little green check on your business account. Let me show you what that looks like. Whenever you have a verified business manager, what do you see is you see that when you're in your business settings and you go to business info on the left-hand bar. How did I get here, by the way? It's business.facebook.com/settings. And I went now to my business info section. You're going to see business verification status. You're going to see verified with the green check mark, March 11th, 2021. By the way, this method is not about how to get a blue check or any of that sort. No, this is going to be discussed later. This is about verifying your business center, which is kind of the master folder that holds all of your assets. In your business center, you have your Facebook page, you have your Instagram account, you have your Pixel, you have your ad accounts, you have your catalogs, you have every asset that your business needs in order to properly run ads, which is why you want to verify that, because you want to verify that you own it in case that you ever get hacked, in case that for some reason anything happens to the account. You can easily prove to Facebook, hey, I'm the one who owns that because I have access to the same original documents I provided you when applying for verification. So how do you apply for verification is the next logical question. Well, I have a dedicated video all on that topic. It's an 8-minute video discussing exactly this entire topic on how you can enforce that verification process. Because here's the catch. For some reason, Facebook likes to hide that section from a lot of advertisers, but there's a way for you to force Facebook to ask you to verify your business manager, which is what I've personally done and recommend all of our partners at paidadvertising.com do. Now, the second thing you want to do is you want to verify your personal ID as an advertiser, because yet again, let's remember for a second, the top place in the hierarchy of Facebook advertising is your personal profile. So if that gets banned, if anything happens to your personal profile, then everything trickles down, right? So we want to make sure that this is the most secured thing out of all of your Facebook accounts. So with that said, the first thing you're going to want to do is head over to facebook.com/ID. So if I go to facebook.com/ID/hub, you're going to be met essentially with a screen like that, which essentially is probably going to be a little different because I've already submitted ID, and then now for some reason it seems like I got to confirm something again, but you're probably going to see something else that asks you to start this process. You're going to want to click on it and follow the steps. What Facebook is going to ask you is that you provide a personal ID. Would it be a passport, driver's license, etc.? And from there, they're going to tell you, why do you want to have your ID be verified? And typically, they're going to give you options such as, do you want to run ads for social issues, elections, or politics? So to go back to here, this is exactly what I mentioned right here. It will ask you to confirm your identity to advertise under restricted categories such as politics, social issues, etc. You say yes, right? It doesn't mean now you'll be forced to run ads in social issues or politics forever. Absolutely not. Like, you don't need to run these ads. It just means that if you want to run these ads in the future, well, now you can, because to run these ads, you have to be ID verified. And number two, it's again a trick to enforce Facebook to let you confirm your identity. So you kind of have to do it in a way. And again, it doesn't hurt you to do any of that sort. So I just want to kind of verify that, again, this doesn't hurt your profile or advertising capabilities in any way, shape, or form. So that's step one. Now your ID verified and Facebook knows you're a legit person if they confirmed you that your name, your profile photo matches with an actual physical ID. The second thing I recommend, which now, yes, Facebook is entirely pay to play. Since they launched Meta Verified, it became even more so pay to play. Why am I saying that? Well, if you subscribe to Meta Verified for your personal Facebook profile, you're gonna get a blue check mark. Yay, but you probably don't care because you want to advertise from your business page, right? So you don't care about your personal profile having a blue check mark. But why should you care? Well, you care because with that subscription, you have enhanced security by Facebook, which they call like a proactive account protection from impersonation or from any kind of hacks or whatnot. You have direct account support. We both know how hard it is to get in touch with Meta. Like if you have a brand new ad account, Meta truthfully doesn't really care about you. They won't let you even text them. There's no way for you to get in contact with Meta if anything happens to a new account. Whereas if you pay to verify your personal Facebook profile, you have direct account support. You have a line of chat that you can at any point activate to talk to Facebook. Then you obviously, as it says right here, have this kind of verification process, etc. So with that said, the two things that I most want is these two: the proactive account protection and the direct account support, which both will dramatically help you in the case that you ever get your account hacked. Because here's the thing, I talk from experience. I had every single one of these scenarios happen in my story of working with 70 plus brands. Like I've had people having ad accounts restricted, which luckily as a Meta partner, we were able to get those back. I had people having a business manager restricted, which again, we in some cases were able to get those back. In other cases, we weren't, which I'll show you what you do later in this video if you're not able to get a business manager or ad account back. And third case was we had personal profiles either restricted from advertising or worse, personal profiles that were hacked, that were admins of the business manager and that booted out the client from every business asset. Keep that in mind. A business making $80,000 a month, 70% of their revenue comes from Facebook ads. Within 24 hours, not only does the owner get their personal Facebook profile hacked, which starts sending some random shit under their name, 2, they boot them out of their Facebook page that has 170,000 likes on it. They boot them out of their Instagram account, they boot them out of their ad account, and they start spending their money on random ads. It's a nightmare because the business is losing money by not being able to advertise. They're losing credibility by running some random ads. They're losing credibility by having some random posts. And finally, they're also losing even more money by spending money on ads that are not even theirs, right? So it's just a nightmare. You don't want any of that to happen. And that's why I'm making this video. So the other thing you're going to want to do is in your business manager settings, you're going to want to enforce two-factor authentication for all business manager admins. So what you want to do is head over to your business settings once again. Then in business settings, you're going to want to click business options, two-factor authentication. You're going to want to pick admins only at the minimum. And if you want to be completely bulletproof, then I would say pick everyone, so that everyone, regardless of their role in this business, needs to have 2FA. So again, it reduces the risks. Like the reason why I say to do that is because it reduces the risk that one personal profile gets hacked and it messes up your entire business, right? If an admin gets hacked, I mean, first of all, it's much harder to get hacked with a 2FA, but it just adds an extra layer of security. So going back to this right here, another thing that you're going to want to do is on your personal Facebook profile, I would say have at least 2 times 2FA methods set up. So that means don't just rely on one two-factor authentication method. Don't just add your phone number. Don't just add a third-party like code software. Add at least both. So I always say have 2. What I personally use is this app called OTP Oath from the App Store. It's my personal favorite. I've been using that one for years, and I always have my phone number as a backup. So once again, the safer you are by doing all of these things, the less bans or hacks, etc. you can experience. So this other thing, when it comes to ad account payment method, for some reason, I've just seen that whenever you use PayPal, there always seems to be problems with ad accounts. I don't know why, but it seems like PayPal's been one of those which is incredibly hard to use. Now, second thing you need to understand, if ever you've had an ad account being banned or a business center being restricted or any of that sort, and you had a credit card that was associated with that ad account, you can never reuse that same credit card again. Like that credit card is quote unquote banned from advertising. So if ever you had it ad access restricted wherever on Meta, do not reuse the same credit card because it'll automatically get your account banned. So have a different credit card, which is something important to know. Now, I was also giving some Q4 advice when I first read or wrote this document. You don't necessarily need to follow all of it. I'm just saying some of my typical favorite ways of setting up payments as specifically an e-commerce brand, but that also works for any business that you're in, is to get yourself as much cash flow as possible. Which there are a lot of credit cards that give you, as an example, like Get Parker, right? It's a credit card for e-commerce brands. They give you net 60 or net 90 credit cards. Even Amex gives you up to 55 interest-free days to pay back your card. And Facebook, for any advertisers that are spending a certain amount, they'll give you access to net 30 payment terms. You simply have to Google it, right? Net 30 payment terms, Meta. And I go right here and I click on About Net 30 Payment Terms. And essentially you can apply for net 30 payment terms right here. Which, in other words, what ends up happening is that as soon as Facebook bills you, because the typical advertiser is working alongside the following way. This week, let's say you spent $1,000. Your Facebook ad spend threshold is $1,000. So every $1,000 you spend, Facebook is going to bill your card. Well, now instead of billing your card at every $1,000, it's actually going to create an invoice, which you have 30 days to pay this invoice back from the time it's created, not from the time the threshold is attained like it usually is. This is from the moment the invoice is made. It gives you 30 days to pay it back. Now, typically for new advertisers that have no spend, if they apply for net 30 payment terms, they'll get granted net 30 payment terms, but they'll have to pay it back with their bank. So they'll have to do like a wire. It's not the best because a wire, well, again, you would say like, well, I'm better off using a credit card because most credit cards give me 30 days anyways, and I'm going to rack up points. And like, yeah, like it doesn't make sense for me to just elongate my payment cycle of 30 days in that case with payment terms from Facebook. I'd just rather use a credit card, which makes sense. Where this makes sense, it's more for advanced advertisers. Like one of our clients in the US spent millions on ads, and essentially they have net 30 payment terms that get paid back from a credit card. So now this is where it gets interesting. You attain that same $1,000 threshold on your ad account. Meta gives you an invoice. Now you have 30 days to pay this invoice back. Let's say you wait 30 days, you pay it on day 30 with your credit card. You have a net, let's say 55, 60, or 90-day credit card. So now you put that on the credit card, and now you have 60 or 90 days to pay this credit card back. In other words, it gives you like roughly 3 to 4 months before you even have to pay the ad spend that you've paid for. So let's say you're unprofitable on month 1 as a business because, I don't know, you're acquiring customers at a loss. Well, it gives you 3 to 4 months to pay these customers back. So it gives you time to make more money on them with a subscription model or more. So hope this helps. Now, in an ideal world, you will have a backup business manager. So you'll have not only a backup business manager, but you'll have a backup verified business manager in case your main one gets flagged for whatever reason it is. You have a second one ready to go as soon as it happens, instead of you scrambling around for options and not being able to run ads and potentially losing money for days. So this is one of the bonus of working with us as a partner at paidadvertising.com. Again, if you are looking for a done-for-you paid ads partner that does your Meta, Google, and TikTok ads, we do offer verified business managers that we can do for you. We also offer agency protected accounts that if ever they get banned, we get them back up within 24 hours and they don't have any ad spend limit. So if you're interested in working with us for us to run your ads and potentially offer you one of these services, click the link down below and book in a call to speak with our team today. So the caveat is if you want to have a backup business manager verified, well, you'll have to verify it under a different legal entity. So the way to make this work is, as an example, when I first started my business, I had a sole proprietorship. And at some point, I built a business that was a corporation. So those are two legal entities. I could technically create two business managers under these separate legal entities. So that's a way for you to do it. If you don't have a separate legal entity, then you can't verify your business manager unless you purchase an already pre-verified business manager from sources. And those are the steps to follow, essentially, if you already have a second business manager that is verified, on how to share your assets from your main business manager to your second business manager in case your main business manager gets banned, so that you can basically still run ads on your new business manager. Finally, again, buying agency ad accounts and other assets. Like, why would you want to buy an agency ad account? Well, one, you are in a restricted industry, so like CBD, hemp, sex toys, hunting gear, etc. And you want to run ads on Meta, which you still have to be somewhat of a gray hat advertiser in order to do so, because you can't even with an agency account just flat out call out CBD, but there's ways for you to do so. You previously had a business manager restricted or an ad account restricted, and you can't currently run ads. You want to have access to ad spend that is unlimited, or you want to be sure that if ever you're spending and that for some reason your account gets flagged, that you can get it back within 24 to 48 hours. So with that said, that is again one of the services that we offer at paidadvertising.com. It is only available to our partners, so the clients that we do run ads for. We don't offer that to anybody else. But if you are interested, then you can click the link down below and book in a call to speak with our team. But to recap this entire video in itself, like, how does that make you more secured, and how does that actually remove the ban possibilities? Well, one, you can never not get banned at all. Like, every advertiser had assets restricted at some point. Well, you can make sure that you dramatically reduce the chances of you getting banned, or that if you do get banned, you're prepared. Right? That's like the most important part. So by having a personal profile that essentially is ID verified, has 2FA, and is subscribed to Meta verified, you have essentially like your government ID that is there. So if ever you get locked out of your profile, you can easily prove that you own this profile and get back in. And you also have a direct chat to support with Facebook. So that helps you make sure that in case anything happens, Facebook knows who you are. Second thing, verified business manager. Same thing with the business manager. In case you get locked out for whatever reason it is, you can easily prove that you own this business manager because it's already been verified and tied to your legal entity by which you own these documents. Again, easier to prove that you own it. When it comes to just scrolling down right here, the payment method, well, that's just, again, making sure, it's just a little piece of advice to make sure that you use a credit card that was never associated with a banned account. And having a backup business manager, it's like, look, if all else fails, you for some reason lost access to your business center, well, you at least have a second one that is already there, already verified, already has access to your assets, so you can still run ads from that one. Because newsflash, if your business manager gets banned, you can no longer share any of its assets to anybody, meaning you cannot share the page, the Instagram account, the ad accounts to any other agency or anybody else in the future, and you can't add anybody onto your business, meaning your page and Instagram account are useless. You can never run ads from them again. So it sucks, which is why you want to already kind of share them before this ever happens. And or make like a backup page, again, in case this ever happens overall. So number one, I helped you through this video to create a backup plan and a security plan or a contingency plan in case any of these bans or restrictions happen. Number two, we've reduced the likelihood of these things happening because Facebook know you're a legit person. You're not just some unverified business that has a brand new account, brand new profile, and like Facebook doesn't know who you are. No, you're a legit business, and they know that because you've followed all the steps that makes Meta like you. So to wrap things up, I highly recommend you check out this video that says how to verify your Facebook business manager and avoid bans and hacks, which helps you do step one of this entire process. And I'll be wishing you an amazing day. So check out other videos on the channel for some more useful e-commerce marketing tips, and talk to you next video. Peace.